If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low-rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Husker fans, your Nebraska wrestling team needs you at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for a Big Ten matchup on Sunday, January 21st against the Purdue Boilermakers. The duel will begin at 1 p.m., and the first 200 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling blanket. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecasts for today, increasing fog cover expected throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 22. Tonight, a slight chance of snow. Otherwise, we'll see cloudy skies and a low around 7. And tomorrow, mainly cloudy and snow likely in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 15. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Welcome in to the Ahman Green Show, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. 12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown. 98 yards and a Lambeau leap.
Here is your host, Ahman Green.
All right, welcome into the Ahman Green Show. I'm your host, Ahman Green. Got my good friend and teammate Harrison on the ones and twos. You pronounce that? I'm back. Almost like my face is frozen, but it's not. How you doing, Harrison?
Not too bad. It's getting better out there.
Yes.
I keep talking about the cold. Maybe I'm a little obsessed with it, but it's hard out there when it's this cold and you got to worry about your car and all the problems, all the salt building up underneath. Not great, but nonetheless, it's getting a little warmer out there. Some good things going on. Obviously, as we'll probably talk about a little bit here, we were representing the Supernovas out of Omaha now. So pro volleyball station. That's always great news. We got Nebraska basketball above us right now as they lead Rutgers 7-6. And the game just tipped off not too long ago. So we'll, of course, have the post game for that one as well. But yeah, just in a good mood. Tickets are doing well. We got a lot of great content coming up the way here shortly as well. And we got Ahman Green back from Houston, back here at the 1040 studio. So it's good to see you again. You got the fresh cut.
Yep.
I see it lost a little bit. Would have been good to keep some to deal with the cold, but nonetheless.
Nah. I was ready for it to go. It was just like long waits. Like sometimes it'd be a couple weeks. I'll start looking a little rough. So I'm like, I cut it off. It's low maintenance. I could get up and go. And I have clippers at home, so I can maintain this, right? What y'all see on the stream, I can maintain this at home. I'm not a professional barber. I at least tried to be. But if anyway, I can handle this. So if I mess up, I just cut it off. It's already cut off.
Yeah, that's fair.
There you go.
Easy enough, easy maintenance. And yeah, if you don't got that barber, it might be the better route to go. But nonetheless, I'm on with so many things happening. You were, of course, streaming in. We've had a plethora of Husker players. We have a new coaching hire in Glenn Thomas, and of course the Nebraska basketball team. They did lose to Iowa, but they got a Purdue win after it, and they got Rutgers ahead of them right now. Where do you want to start in terms of just Husker news and even esports? As we talked a little bit that before the show started. Off to a nice start.
Yeah, I say let's start with the esports. Our players had the break and had the chance to kind of recalibrate. For some of the team, for majority of our teams, we're having like kind of not our best game plays out there, but good effort all the time. But just you're losing those matches sometimes really close or getting blown out. Then mentally you got to deal with that. And it's not a lot of it. A lot of it has nothing to do with their mechanics and their basic fundamentals. I tell them all the time that's what I want you to work on. And of course they're like, oh, well, I'm good enough here. But and to a kid, and I remember I was that kid, but I wasn't that kid. But I'll say my teammates and friends were those guys and girls that would be like, oh, I'm good. Like, no, just work on stuff that it's okay. It's not saying you're a bad player, just the fundamentals. If you master the fundamentals, then learning something new to your game won't be hard.
Yeah,
because you already got the fundamentals down.
What's that legendary story of that guy wanting to go watch Kobe Bryant work out?
Yeah,
and his mind was just blown because he was just sitting on the block doing drop step off the glass over and over and over
100,000 times.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's one of the best players in the world, and he's just practicing elementary moves for hours in the gym.
Simple moves, but when you perfect, even Bruce Lee has said that in some of his famous cliche or famous one-liners. When I know it's one out there is something to do with if you fight a person that practiced one punch 1,000, 1,000,000 times, what you think is going to happen to you when they practice that one hit? They perfected it, so they know when to throw it, how to throw it, how much pressure, how much power to come with that. But it's only one throw, so that means they're gonna knock you out in one throw, one punch, because they mastered that punch. So a lot of the kids, a few of them understood what I was hitting at, and one in particular was very, I say, admitted to his mistakes, very big about it, being a big boy, saying, "Hey, coach, yep, I was guilty of that," and so. I was like, great. And so that team played well on Monday. Overwatch had a fantastic game against Purdue, so we beat them. And then last night, Rocket League was a team that was really up-and-coming team because it was a young roster, a lot of sophomore, I think freshmen on that squad, and they ended up getting the victory, also 3-1. So both games in the best of series, best of 5, we won in both matches 3-1. We lost the first match against Purdue, but then swept them from there, and the same thing with Overwatch.
Were you expecting this kind of turn around? I don't think Purdue's struggling too bad in terms of esports. I think they've been pretty solid.
No, yeah, I'll check out. Yeah, I'll check out before we go to break. Or once we go to break and come back in, I'll find out where we're at. But a team that I know that's like a little bit above us, middle of the pack, and to get those wins, and say you get a win any time of a season. Like this is the coming out of what is it, NBA All-Star Weekend break. So we had a big break, and now we come off the bench, the couch from Holiday, with some wins. So that's good. So hopefully, not hopefully, but Smash is up tonight. I know that will continue. We are Smash players. We have a good, uh, I say roster of Super Smash Brothers that players that are really good. They play against each other. They compete all the time against each other. So they beat each other, beat up each other a lot, like kind of like we did during practice with the Black Shirt defense. But to have those guys up the slate and ladies up the slate tonight, that'll be fun to watch. I hope it's if it's not on Big Esports YouTube or Twitch, it will be on our Twitch channel. And our if it's not, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna talk to the players. I can do that. And then tomorrow will be Valorant at 7 p.m.
How big do you think this Big Ten esports is going to grow? Like, do you think we'll get to a point where we've kind of seen it with volleyball, where they're knocking on the door of some serious TV time, that there is a fan base that's going to watch this on primetime television hours? With the esports, you see it in some of like the major events if there's millions of dollars on the line. But in terms of college universities competing against each other, do you think we'll get to a point where we can turn on, maybe it's ESPN Plus or Big Ten Plus, and we'll be watching Nebraska versus Ohio State Rocket League?
Yeah, because I say one little like telltale sign of it was today. I had an interview with Brian. Was it Ben Hatchcock? It was a former tight end for I think Buckeyes. Also was on Jay Foreman does a show with him, and now it's with Rhett. I think Rhett Thompson with NFL Network. So that's was on their podcast that is streamed out everywhere. And so that's me talking about. They're asking me questions about NCAA 24 coming out this summer. They asked me questions about our program, how long I've been here, and what we're doing, and how does it compare to traditional sports in terms of what you just said, viewership. And to have that podcast, and I know it's going to go out everywhere. People hearing that, just me giving facts of what the industry is about. It's $1 billion industry. We got all Power 5 schools that have teams that are in this. And not just Power 5, you go all the way down to community colleges like Southwest Community College right across the street. They got a sports team. Concordia, Wayne, Bellevue University, UNO, Midland, Morningside. They all have esports squads that we play against and we scrim against or we are in seasons with. And so it's going to continue to, hit up, get higher in terms of viewership. And that's what we want. And that's what we're doing with our social media team. Follow us. If you haven't already, follow Nebraska Esports on Instagram and TikTok and X as well. And, so we got, like I said, Smash tonight, but we got some big things this semester coming up. I was asked by a company to go out to Pro Bowl and then go out to Super Bowl. And I know DP and crew is going to feel you guys are going out there too to do some shoutcasting for Madden tournaments that'll be doing at Pro Bowl for the HBCUs. And I'll be able to commentate there. But then for the Vegas trip, I get to bring myself and a few of the players with me and my graduate assistant from last semester to partake in networking with companies that are out there. We're going to have Microsoft. We're going to have NASA. We're going to have Google.
And you're going to take a few of your players with you?
Yeah, 4 of my players and my graduate assistant out there. Okay, so they can get that networking under their belts, bring their resumes, bring their business cards, bring stuff where they could talk face to face with people that are industries they want to work in. If it's not the video game, like I said, I just mentioned NASA. That's aviation, that's space, that's a whole lot of stuff where if they have the majors and a major like being at the J school can cover a lot of bases in terms of talking to NASA. I'm pretty sure they have a PR team that promotes what they do as a company around the world. So or around the United States. So, having an opportunity for students, this is one thing that esports brings to a university. Beyond myself, this would have been a problem. This would have been a project for any esports coach to bring their kids to and get that experience that they need to find out, okay, this is real, because the kids at the end of the day, they want to know, once they graduate, will they able to use their degree right away? Will it be effective? Can I go out and get a job? And so planting the seeds early, meeting with companies that are going to be at this event and people that work for the NFL and work for other NFL teams, they're going to be there. And high schools, you get to see high schools from Nevada and California. So yeah, that stuff is what kids want to experience coming in out of high school and coming into college, going out to the real world, because then now they know, okay, I met this company back in 2024 in February at Pro Bowl or at Super Bowl, excuse me. And I sent the letter, afterwards I sent the email, say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I was at the University of Nebraska. I met you in Las Vegas this is my job. This is what I have my degree in. Here's my resume. And so that's where a lot of people always ask, how you get there. It's like just sending a simple email for somebody you connected with, just a quick hello, and this is what I'm doing here. When you do that, that then cultivates people and understanding, like getting to know folks, networking people, and saying hi. And once you say hi and introduce yourself, they'll remember some part of that conversation to say, yeah, I remember you. You were with your university. You was at University of Nebraska at the time. This is what we got open. Potential opportunity for yourself. And so that's what I want to do. This was part of my goal, is open the doors for some of the young players and students here to get the opportunities to do bigger, better things for themselves.
Yeah, it's good that you got them networking early too, because I think that's a big thing. It's not even a secret to life anymore. I think pretty much everyone understands networking is a little bit a part of life. Whether it's how fair or not it is, it's reality. People, it helps out, and I think a lot of college kids probably end up, with their diploma, and if they were maybe lacking in that department, whether their fault or not, sometimes it just happens. It can be a little bit stressful. I can use my own case as an example. Shout out to Ticket for hiring me as an intern at one point in time.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely that networking helps, and it's great that you guys are doing it. But I do got one question, as you kind of mentioned it. You'll be doing Madden, but with the game NCAA 24 coming out, it's been pushed back a few times. It makes me a little nervous.
That was part of the call that I interviewed with Brett and Ben, and they said, I'm like, again?
Yeah, 402-464-5685. Should we be nervous about this? That's getting pushed back. Sometimes that's a good thing, because it means they want to make sure it's right when they release it to the public. They understand there's an incredible amount of hype. They can't drop an inferior product.
Yeah, they can't fumble the rock.
Yeah,
they throw a pick six.
So this makes me think they're getting it right, or they're kind of dragging their feet because they're like worried about the product.
No, for the guys I know that work under the moniker of EA Sports, Clint Oldenburg is the executive director of the game. And if anything, he does that. He will do that. If it's something on him, he's a former athlete. He played at Boston College, played around the NFL, about 4-5 different teams. He was a big guy, offensive tackle. He is a big guy, offensive tackle. And I'm pretty sure he's just ironing out all the kinks to make sure this game is right. Because for us as athletes, for whatever next job we do, we want to make sure we do it right. Like today, I'm sitting in my office prepping for my class on Monday. This is going to be my 4th semester teaching this class. So now I'm like, I'm way beyond a sophomore right now. So I'm like junior year, senior year of coaching and teaching this class. So I want this class to work out perfect for these kids so they really get it and understand what we're teaching in the intro to esports. So I'm pretty sure Clint is preparing and saying, hey, we might, let's push it back a few months. I'd rather have it working right and no hiccups than releasing it and have problems with it. And so he's covering all his bases. I'm pretty sure that I got a lot of confidence in them, because when the product comes out every year for what Madden is, obviously you have your opinion about it. We give them a hard time, but at the end of the day, it's a good product.
It's a new game every year too. That's something you have to keep in check.
Exactly. And they have new little modes you got to do. Like I always love the mode that they added in about 3 years ago, the 7-on-7 mode.
Yeah.
The yard and the actual competition mode where you actually could play, where you pick like semi rosters of Christian McCaffrey to Pat Mahomes to DK Metcalf as your receiver, and you have these rosters. You go through a quick little tournament. That tournament only, if you played every game, I remember I timed it out. It was a 10-minute tournament, and then you win like points or whatever, and bragging rights, obviously. So I'm pretty sure they're just refurbishing it and getting it right for the dynasty mode, because I know a ton of people that love the dynasty mode. It's just like franchise in Madden.
Is that the one where you control the whole team, right? Not just the player. Yeah, that's the one.
You could print between having your player, you could recruit that player, or if not, you just control the school. You do all the recruiting.
That's the fun one,
right? You do all you hiring your coaches and all that stuff, the color of your team, the mascot, and everything.
The hot seat meter.
Exactly. And the momentum meter, like in the game and all that. You get to control all that. So I'm pretty sure that's one of the major game modes they're really focusing on to get right. Like, because all the other game modes is what Madden's been doing, what EA's been doing with Madden for years. So there's really not much they have to really go to the drawing board about for that game mode, for the regular team game mode, because you got all the active players that are currently on these rosters in the college football. But then for a franchise or any other, I say dynasty mode or any other mode, like even throw 7-on-7 in this, because high school kids and college kids are playing 7-on-7.
Yeah.
We did that when I came here as a freshman. We would have passing league on Saturday.
I think most high schools do it now. I mean,
Yeah.
even Northeast Nebraska, we'd have 7-on-7 before actual
Exactly.
fall. Voluntary, of course.
Yeah, we
'cause you
did it
can't,
at
but
when I was at North, we did it. We did it at Central, and then also we did it here in Lincoln.
Yeah.
We even though we were playing internally, we weren't playing against other colleges. We were just playing against our roster.
Right.
But it was good reps though, playing against the black shirt defense, working on one-on-one coverage against guys that, as a running back at that time, we knew we were going to run no routes. We were just going to get the ball handed to us most of the time. But it was good getting out there, showing my ability and running a slant route or running a deep route against Ty Williams or Mike Mentor or any of the linebackers too. They were like, because then they would really get frustrated. They were like,
oh, drive you nuts.
They'll get, I'll drive them nuts because they're like, man, you are fast.
Mhm.
I'm like, yeah, you lucky we don't run routes because it'd be a problem out here.
Well, that's the key. That's the beauty of mastering something. You know, the worst thing you can be, you'll hear it every now and then, is jack of all trades, master of none. He's like a Tom Osborne. You know, he wasn't quite the jack of all trades. If you're a wide receiver, you knew what you were signing up for. But you guys played the role so perfectly that moment it was yours to go ahead and go up in the air and grab the ball. It was so set up because you guys perfected pretty much the run game throughout those 90s that it was just a nightmare. That's where the defense's focus was. But we do got a couple from the text line here. We'll start with this one, get to the other one on the other side. But we got Latex Mallard from MySpace. And I will say this about NCAA 24 before we get to this text is I do feel good about it because the fact that they've pushed it back a couple times makes me believe it's not a copy paste.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of we're talking about some people when they get upset with the Madden games, it's because it kind of feels similar to the year before. The fact that this one's been pushed back a couple times, like they must be, like you said, fixing the dynasty, maybe even, really tweaking the physics to make it feel more realistic. That gives me a lot of excitement there. So I'm with you. I think it's actually going to be a solid product, or at least at the bare minimum, not a copy paste. I don't think they'd be pushing it back this much if they're going to put out a product that they don't think is kind of cutting edge. But nonetheless, Latex Mallard from MySpace says, will they ever bring back NFL Blitz? Hopefully in a VR platform. I just played that one a couple weeks ago. And it was the Chicago Bears versus the Green Bay Packers.
Oh,
of course, I'm on green. That
awesome.
was you were on that roster.
Awesome.
It was pain.
Awesome. That one, yes. I will hope between that and NFL Street. And remember NBA Street that was on PlayStation. It was on PlayStation and Xbox, but I played it mostly on PlayStation.
I think my first NBA, I was like on that NBA Live era for when Live was actually competitive with 2K.
Yep, I did Live. But then NFL Street, NBA Street came out first and then followed up the next. It was like a year or 2 years after NBA Street hit and had success. It's like, basically, EA, let's do NFL Street. And they did it, had success. I remember myself, Ricky Williams was on there. We were obviously the big backs.
Yeah.
And we could, that's when you could jump off the wall, run on the wall, and you could actually hit people and like extracurricular after the play.
Oh, once you got that meter filled up, it was over.
I forgot what it was. It was the game changer meter, wasn't it?
Game changer.
Once
that happened, it was just turnover central. Like if you turn on
interception, automatic fumble, automatic interception.
Yeah. So like it was such a weird game mode because you get to the end there. And I can't remember if it was timed or if it's a point total. If I remember right, I think it's timed. When you get to the end, it's basically just saving up your game changer mode because you can really just break the game at the end there.
Yeah.
If you got a lead, you can just hold on to it to the very end of the game. Like you can guarantee yourself the win. But yeah, I remember you were big on that game. There's quite a few other ones, but yeah, just great games. What's another great retro game that you would love to see make a comeback in the near future?
I don't know if I said it on here already, but I know I mentioned it in like my geek conversations with my friends. Contra on Nintendo.
I'm gonna have to look that one
Contra
up.
Or Super Contra. That would be a game I would be like, yes, bring back and like make it like new. Make it new just to see what it would look like. If not, just keep it the old school.
Oh, like the 2D with the army?
Yeah, the scroll.
Yep.
It's side scrolling, but make it try it out with a 3D first person shooter. Make it a first person shooter where you get up and close and personal with the monsters. It was aliens you were shooting in the game. So Contra, Super Contra, Ninja Gaiden. I think Ninja Gaiden has already been made, so I gotta play it. I just gotta see what it looks like. But I've seen that on a few say feeds on Twitter, on YouTube, where they've upgraded that game, and it's a fun game. That was all the ninja. You're a ninja. You're the master of anything knives and punches and stuff like that. But yeah, Contra. And they already updated Metroid. Metroid is always they did a great job with that.
Yeah,
I played the last one.
I get kind of picky on those. Yeah. Sometimes it's like some games like Contra, that'd be cool. 87 game. What does that look like? And then you'll have some companies like Bethesda, and it's like let's just release Skyrim for the 5th time. It's like, they'll just keep doing it over. But you know what? That good of a game. Make your money. Couple more from the text line. Drew, he says he's currently playing the original Legends of Zelda right now.
Ooh.
That'd be a crazy one to tune up and see what it looked like today. And then Boone and Firth, last one before we have to go to break here. And again, if you got any more, 402-464-5685, we'll get to them on the other side. But did you watch any of the Smite World Championships over the weekend?
Ooh.
I actually didn't catch any of it. I'm curious if you did.
I did not catch any because I say I'm more glued to football right now, but I'm starting about this time of year. This is where I kind of break myself away because I know stuff is like that coming up. We got League of Legends World Championships coming up. Madden stuff is going on. Call of Duty season just started. Overwatch season is going to be starting soon. NBA 2K season is going to be starting soon. So it's like, okay, I got to detach from that old world to now make sure I'm focused and know because this stuff we talk about in practice.
Well, especially
among the players,
like in the gaming world, I just feel like there's new guys every day.
What's that?
Especially in the gaming world, I feel like it's just new guys every day. So if you're really not super plugged into the gaming world, we've talked about it before. Like you don't really need a whole lot location wise. As long as you got good Wi-Fi and a computer, you're good. Great athletes can come out anywhere.
Yep, exactly. So just staying on top of that. And Smite is not very played. Not saying it's not popular, but it's not a very played collegiate game. But it's very popular still. But I would like to see more at the collegiate level in terms of competitions and championships, stuff like that.
Okay, one more, and then we have to go to break here. Just because I like this one, just because I played the one, not familiar with the first one. But Altered Beast and Castlevania needs a reboot. I like.
Who was that? Who said that?
We got unknown text here, 0172.
Oh
so if you want to put in your name, we can update you on the contact list.
Hey, that is money.
I'm gonna have to look up Altered
That's
Beast.
Sega Genesis.
Okay,
I would play that game every day, religiously from school once my homework was done. And in like the title says, you start off as a man, and then whatever all your upgrades, you eventually turn into a monster. And I would always go. I don't know if you had choices. I can't remember if you had a choice to turn into the werewolf, or you could turn into like some type of reptile. It was a reptile. It was either just like a big, almost like the monster from the Blue Lagoon. You would kind of look like him, or you were this werewolf, or something else. And Contra is available on Nintendo Switch. It's like a newer game called Operation Gulaga. Contra Operation Gulaga. But for Altered Beast, oh my God, that is a blast from the past. And if that's one game that does need an upgrade. I say an update.
It seems like an interesting story.
Yeah.
And it's get what that is in modern day. We have to throw it to break here because we're already over. But I'm gonna do some research. I got it pulled up right here. I'm gonna read that description. But yeah, Altered Beast. Maybe that one does need a reboot. The story itself looks intriguing. Oh my God, do a little bit of reading on that. Right. Have some more conversations on the next two segments ahead. We got Ahman Green back in studio. Made it back from Houston, so it's good to have him back. And we'll have plenty of ticket weeknights ahead, along with the Nebraska basketball postgame show as they lead Rutgers 27-17 in the first half with about 8 minutes left to play. They got a 10-point lead. So Huskers doing well on the road versus Rutgers. We'll keep you updated as the game goes on, but don't go anywhere. We got two more segments up next.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Husker fans, your Nebraska wrestling team needs you at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for a Big Ten matchup on Sunday, January 21st against the Purdue Boilermakers. The duel will begin at 1 p.m., and the first 200 fans will receive a Nebraska wrestling blanket. For more information or to secure your tickets, visit huskers.com/tickets or call 402-472-3111.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Ironhide Construction is hiring. They're looking for hardworking, self-motivated individuals who are team players. Ironhide Construction has openings for an experienced project manager, estimator, apprentice, skilled laborer, and erector or installer. They will train the right people and make sure you understand the position and requirements. At Ironhide Construction, it's own it, be honest, and do it right. Apply today and learn more about their other benefits at ironhideconstruction.com, where they're committed to you every step of the way.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Acres, your premier John Deere dealer, has the largest selection of late model equipment in the Midwest. And for a limited time, Acres is offering low rate financing on all 2021 and 2022 S and X Series combines and 8 Series tractors. Qualified buyers can earn 3.9% financing for 60 months. And as an added bonus for your holiday season, if you purchase one of Acres' eligible machines before December 31st, you'll get a $5,000 gift card from Shields. Go to acres.com to learn more.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
It's Pro Time Nebraska. The Omaha Supernovas, your Major League Volleyball team, is playing in the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match on January 24th against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Be a part of history and visit supernovas.com to secure your single match tickets today.
The place you call home should always be a place of comfort. Warm and cozy in winter, cool and relaxing in summer. If your home isn't delivering the comfort you expect, call Bryant. It's more than just hot and cold to them. It's about providing the best comfort solutions. And Bryant gives you a full 24-month test drive on your home comfort system. Get full details at BryantLincoln.com or call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Doors Plus.
All right, we are back in the building. We got our Husker basketball men's team up 32-25 on Rutgers. And we're talking retro games, too, right before the break.
Yeah, and shout out to Nordic Bear. He was the one that chimed in on Altered Beast.
Oh, man. That even crossed my mind. But, yeah, that is definitely on the list of games that between remastered, movies, right? That's a great movie plot, right? movies are fictional. Some of the best ones are fictional.
I mean, you can
Or
call this one a
non-fiction.
movie too.
I mean,
based on
fictional.
the-
Yeah, fictional.
based on the graphics itself.
Right.
Sounds like that's what really pushed this one. Obviously, Born in '99 wasn't one that I played when it was fresh and new, but
Yeah.
for an '88 game, anyone that curious, anyone who's familiar with it, still holds up pretty good. I mean, you've seen some of the modern games that come out today.
Yeah.
They're kind of still the like old school pixelated style.
Yeah,
Like
they
something
do.
like that could almost hold up
It
if
would.
you really wanted it
It
to.
could. It
As long as
could.
it plays well, like no one's gonna really care too much. I don't
Yeah,
think.
and Sega is still making good games too, so they can go back to the drawing board on that one, man. Whew. And then you mentioned Castlevania,
Yeah.
Simon, vampires, mummies, the Wolfman, all that fun stuff. It's just like
I
good
gotta,
stuff.
this is a question I'm surprised I haven't asked you yet because you being a massive horror fan that you are in
Right.
terms of film, when it comes to horror games, what is that one horror game that you think took it above and away? Because I'd imagine you're big on the horror game scene as well.
Yes. I still got to finish The Quarry. It was like Friday the 13th type of game, but horror game that did it for me back when I'll say high school and freshman year. No, I'm sorry. Actually, no, sophomore year here and junior year. And then when I went pro, I was playing Resident Evil. That was actually scared me.
Yeah, that one gets you
It
with
got-
the camera angles, how they're like pre-set cameras.
Yeah.
So coming around, they can set you up on those angles intentionally just to
Oh
make
my
you
God.
uncomfortable.
And so the first Resident Evil, even though when you look at the graphics now, it's like, what? The graphics were very not there. They're awesome now, but I remember me and my brother was playing the game, and I was actually out in California training for the combine, and we had the game, and we're playing it every night, but also be like, oh my God, I'm scared. Like we're jumping at this jump scares in the game, and it was just so funny. But yeah, that was the one. Resident Evil, and then 2 and 3, and then now they're all remastered, and now we have VR, Biohazard that came out that scared the boo boo out of me. So
Have you done VR
I've
horror
done-
games yet?
Yeah, I did the Resident Evil Biohazard.
Okay, see, yeah,
Oh my God.
those I'm not ready for.
And
I
then-
don't think I'd be ready for it.
Between the VR of that game and then another game, it was like a clown. It was like a haunted house of a clown, it was called Fun House.
I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
and
not
when you
doing
have
that.
the VR, and the VR, it's like, it's right there, and so it will get you. Like,
Yeah, see, I can just see myself trying to cover my eyes, realizing I got the headset on.
Yeah.
Breaking something, flailing your arms a little
oh
bit.
my God, yes, it gets fun, and that's this. I just love it. I don't know what it is about horror. I mean, other than the story I told you when my family, I say sister, brothers, put me on the couch and they threw on Friday the 13th Part 2.
That had to been it.
And I was
It
4.
just burned it
That
into your brain.
might be why I'm so much of a horror film junkie. Like I started years ago, October Horror Month. I did it this year. I've been doing it every year since I think the year before COVID. I started it, and then when COVID hit, that was like, oh, this is easy. Of course, my wife, it's like, why? Now she's to the point. She's been around it. Like she figured, you know what? When in Rome, do as the Romans do, or do as Ahman. Since this is our house, it's gonna be like this.
I mean, yeah, she's probably
the
just
rest of our
numb
life
to it as well.
So I got my wife who was not a horror fan, where she's sort of a horror fan by association. But what she does is so cute and funny at the same time, where she watches the movies during the day because the sun's out and everything. And I love her for it. I'm like, look, you're giving effort. Because at first she wouldn't know. She's like, no, I'm watching. You can watch it by yourself. So now she's joining me. But when it's her by herself, she'll watch them during the day. Because I like to watch them at night. Get the whole ambiance.
Oh yeah,
ambiance of horror and at night and all that. And she does it during the day by herself, which I don't. I'm not. I just like. I kind of laugh, but it's awesome. I'm like, at least she's doing it. She's trying it. There you go.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
You do. I mean, because a lot of people don't like horror movies. You're one of them, Harrison.
Yeah. Well,
and I get it. And I completely. I'm not going to tease you about it because I get it. I mean, I understand. Like some of these movies, they get diabolical.
Well, my problem is when you're just trying to gross me out, I'm out. Like I don't.
Yep. There's the movies that do that.
Saw. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Saw is
they
gross
suck.
out.
Those movies suck.
Final Destination.
That sucks.
That was another one. It was like eventually they were going for like how you get graded in like diving and swimming and gymnastics. There. Oh, that was a 10.9 kill right there.
Yeah.
Or a 9.5. You chop the head off. You split the body in half. They have no limbs now. Oh, okay. There you go. That's a 10.
Yeah, see, I don't like those. Like Saw, you can maybe convince me about the first one because there's actually a good
Yes,
story
the
behind
first
it.
2 to me.
Maybe you can argue the second one. It wasn't bad though. 2 wasn't to where I thought this was just becoming a gross train wreck of a movie. It was
I
like
didn't know that either.
3 and after, I was like, okay, you're just trying to gross me out.
After that, yeah, after where they're at now, it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, if I want to gross myself out, like I can, probably just figure out 3 quick Google searches as opposed to sitting through 3 hours of an awful script and then occasionally getting grossed out.
Yeah, between TikTok and Instagram Reels, you can find something.
Oh,
Yeah,
Instagram these days is feeding crazy stuff.
Yeah, and
I
that's
don't
why
know what's going on with Instagram, but anyone who's had it out there, like the algorithm,
it's real.
Yeah, they'll send you some crazy stuff. Like, if you're a big fan of wildlife, you got to be careful on there because you can see some poor animals out there and hunting. It's all sorts of kind of
I
crazy.
will check that out, unfortunately.
Don't, because then the algorithm will just keep feeding it to you, and then you look like a
Yeah,
maniac.
it does. And IE, we talked about it a few months ago. Grand Theft Auto new game coming out this year.
Mhm.
Will be having that part of the game where you share your reels on the GTA game. So GTA 6 coming out this year.
What's the chance that has a lot of success in-game reels?
Oh, it's going to be 90% or more success because that's what everybody does now.
That just feels
My
so
wife,
crazy.
she sends me like every morning. I get a good 2 or 3 Facebook reels or Instagram reels or TikTok reels.
Do you watch them all?
And I try to because they're funny.
Yeah.
I want to wake up laughing,
Mhm.
and it does it for me. I'm like, oh my god, things that people do to either like some of it's is actually not staged. You could tell.
Yeah.
The stage stuff, I'm like, what are you doing?
Those ones are always really awkward and kind of cringy to watch.
They're cringeful, right? Very cringeful. For the ones that just things happen, like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah. Those are fantastic. I was just watching one today. The guy's car is on fire, and as he's filming the car on fire, 2 cars collide into each other in the middle of an intersection. It was like one of those, like if someone wasn't recording, you wouldn't have believed it.
Really?
It's just insanity.
Oh my goodness. I watched that's why I put a segment on my Gamers Lounge podcast called The Best Thing I've Seen on Social Media because it's some funny stuff or amazing or crazy stuff. So Rico shared a good one today where he follows on TikTok. It's called the North Sea. So the North Sea over in Europe, I believe, or up in Antarctic, and how the boats what they got to deal with up there in terms of the weather and the waves. And I was like, I'll watch that just because I'm a geography major. And it's like, oh, yeah, I won't be working that job. I got to get paid $1 million a day so I could send home to family to have those jobs up in the North Sea. If you go on TikTok and follow the North Sea, something, I think so start with North Sea. That'll get you there. And it just showed how big these waves are. They had oil tankers between oil and oil platforms drilling for oil, and the waves, how high the waves came up to the edge of the platform. And some of these boats were getting like almost basically flooded because when they would dip down into the wave, all the water came onto the boat. It was amazing. So I said for that, I got a little thing about National Geographic. I like to watch those. So from the mountains, the skies, like people don't like we're on a rock in space, and we got the sun and the moon and the stars has created all the mountains from erosion and
don't think about it too much. It'll freak you out.
Yeah. No, I like it. It don't freak me out. It's just like, that's so cool what we have now from what Mother Nature did. And so watching that video, I said, that's Mother Nature flexing right now.
Oh yeah.
So when you say, hey, I could do anything, like I'm gonna take my boat from this part of the ocean, Mother Nature let you know real quick. Like right now, we experienced Mother Nature here in Lincoln, right?
Oh yeah.
The Arctic blast.
I'm not even working out there.
Yeah, I'm not playing against Mother Nature is undefeated.
Yeah.
It's like Bill Belichick times a million.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Mother Nature. Time and time again, we'll see where it wreaks havoc. It seems to be the most random times. But yeah, looking at those, I got some pictures of these oil rigs. You can see some of the waves, and that looks like a nightmare.
Right.
You're not just getting paid, I'm sure they're getting paid well over 6 figures,
They
but it's
have to be. They
more
have
for
to
just manual labor. It's for having a pretty big heart too, because that's
Yeah,
going
the
to take a lot of
nerves are
courage.
still. The nerves are still. Now, if you tell me you getting paid 50 grand, I'm like, no.
No,
You get
there's
robbed.
no way.
You are getting robbed.
That I'm sure that job, in terms of danger, I'm sure they get compensated for it, and they got to sign some papers. But that
100%.
can't be the safest job in the world. So if you're I don't think it's 50K. It's got to be. Maybe that's something we'll look up.
100,000 at least.
And then we got one more from an unknown texter. We got to throw it to break, though. So if you're listening, 1388, we will get to you on that one on the other side. So stay tuned in here. We do have Nebraska basketball as well on the TV above us. We'll have the post game. They did lose the lead. So now they're currently down 1. They do have the ball with about 2 minutes left of play in the first half. You got Rinkmast on a post up. See if he gets here before we go to break. He kicks out of it. No, he's going to keep it right there. It looks like they're going to call stepped out of bounds or a travel.
No, it went off his leg.
Rolled off the leg. Okay, so turnover for Nebraska. Rolls off Mass leg. 34-33. Still in the ball game. Only a 1-point lead. 2 minutes left in the first half. We'll throw out the break here on the Ahman Green Show. I'm Harrison, 1s and 2s. Host as always, Ahman Green. Don't go anywhere.
Hey guys, Jake Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, increasing fog cover expected throughout the day. We'll see a high of around 22. Tonight, a slight chance of snow. Otherwise, we'll see cloudy skies in the low around 7. And tomorrow, mainly cloudy and snow likely in the afternoon. We'll see a high of around 15. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Make the 2024 deer season your best yet. Come to the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo Friday, January 19th through Sunday, January 21st. Check out the hunting seminars, browse the hunting and outdoor exhibits, sign up for the Dylan Blind giveaway, compete in the Big Bucket Monster Shed contest, and try the 3D shoot and more. Buy your tickets at the door at the Nebraska Deer and Game Expo, January 19th through 21st at the Sand Hills Global Event Center in Lincoln, 84th and Havelock, presented by Whitetail Properties Real Estate.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
John Henry's would like to remind you, if you haven't already, to unhook your outdoor hoses and check faucets for leaks so your pipes don't freeze. As the official plumber of the Huskers, you know who to call when a plumbing issue arises. From frozen pipes to clogged drains, we can help you protect your home this winter. Give
John Henry's
a call today to schedule at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
If you're not going to Memorial Stadium for a home game and don't have any travel plans for away games, there's a great place in Omaha to catch the action, the Inner Rail Food Hall. There's plenty of space. The Backstretch Bar has amazing game specials on game days. $15 Blue Moon and Bud Light pitchers, $6 margaritas, and $6 Moscow Mules. And if you're hungry, take in some of their great options from their game day pizza specials. Do football game day right in the Inner Rail Food Hall in Exarban Village in Omaha.
Landmark Implement, your local John Deere dealer, is hosting their annual sprayer clinic at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney, Nebraska, January 31st through February 1st. Landmark Sprayer Clinic offers expansive equipment and technology training on John Deere and Hagee sprayers. Learn about the newest technology, machine maintenance, spray tip selection, exact apply sprayers, and more. Free dicamba certification will be available. Join Landmark at their sprayer clinic January 31st and February 1st in Kearney. Find more information at landmarkimp.com/events.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hello, everybody. It's Charlie Stone, and here with me is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I hear that new Honda manufacturing continues to go up, and you have new Hondas in stock now.
That's correct, Charlie. We have more than 40 new Hondas in stock right now. It's great that a customer can come in and buy a new Honda and drive it home that day. New Honda inventory keeps getting better each month.
Okay, then. How about used cars, Andy?
We have more than 100 pre-owned vehicles to choose from right now, and a lot of fresh trade-ins are coming in daily. We have just about every maker model you can imagine in any price range.
Thanks again, Andy. People love the selection and great service at Honda of Lincoln. Maybe it's time you come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
This is the Ahman Green Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Brought to you by Doors Plus.
All right, we're back rolling. A couple more minutes here. We're going to try to hit some quick topics here before we get out of here. Where you want to start with, Eric?
Yeah, real quick here. We'll just go ahead and also shout out to the women's basketball team. They got Michigan at 7 o'clock. And those guys, they get to actually host. So we got the women's basketball team hosting versus Michigan at 7 o'clock. And, of course, we got the men's game going on right now. Halftime, Nebraska, they get it to tie up. So it's 36-36 heading into the half. And, yeah, it should be a good one. We're kind of talking about before, but you just look at home games in terms of Big Ten basketball. We'll just go through the list. Wisconsin 9-1, Purdue 9-0, Illinois 9-2, Northwestern 8-1, Indiana 10-2, Nebraska 11-1, Minnesota 11-2, Iowa 8-1, Maryland 9-1, Penn State 9-2. It gets all the way to Penn State before you get to a 2-loss team for home records.
Oh wow,
that's just the craziness of the Big Ten right now.
And
so cannibalism in its finest.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like what we used to be called when I got traded to Green Bay. We were in the black and blue division. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, we got some problems going on right now. So we're going to have to wrap this one up here short. Apologize out there for anyone listening. But, you know, if everyone saw that on the stream, we're going to have to go ahead and. Okay, we got false alarm there. We'll keep the show rolling. So, sorry, for anyone listening out there, just a little bit of distraction
in
the background.
Dog barking at first.
I did too. I wasn't quite sure what was going down there, but
no, we good.
Yeah. So anyway, as we're saying, I kind of lost my train of thought there, Ahman Green. Oh yes, the Big Ten home games has been quite the problem, cannibalizing themselves a little bit.
Black and blue division, like I said, from when I was in the NFC North way back in 2000, and that's what's going on. And it's always been that way when you look at the NCAA basketball. And coming out of the Big Ten championship, even for football, you know, all the teams for going into bowl season, they're a little bit, they lose to each other. and injuries happen, stuff like that. So obviously basketball less physical, but you still going to have that having the home game where you got it. You're going to play rough at home against the team, and a rivalry for everybody. It's not just one team, but it's all the Big Ten teams that are rivals of each other. And now in the next year or two, we're gonna have USC, UCLA. Like for us, we're already playing against those schools.
Yep,
Washington State and all that are coming into the Big Ten from the Pac-12 and Big 12 as well. A couple of teams maybe.
Yeah, Oklahoma, Texas heading out of the Big 12 to SEC, Washington, UCLA, USC, Oregon to the Big 10, and who knows what that looks like if Florida State, maybe Clemson. I imagine whoever gets Florida State might get Clemson as well. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah,
because Florida State, they wanted into the SEC. SEC said absolutely not. Big 10 said maybe. Not yet. We'll see what happens. It seems like they didn't quite shut it down as rapidly, but in the meantime, those are just the teams. But it's going to be interesting here to see what happens as the Big Ten basketball continues. And they need this one versus Rutgers, because Rutgers, in terms of conference play, is the worst. They're 1-4.
Yeah.
And in terms of home record, they're still 8-1. So again, this just kind of tells you it's a weird.
Not easy.
Yeah, I shouldn't even say weird year. I think that's just Big Ten basketball as we've come to know it. So hopefully Purdue or Michigan State or Nebraska, maybe this is the year for Nebraska. One of these teams can have a good showing when it comes to March Madness, because you're going to need some more of that credibility as we get better teams. We've kind of talked about this, right? 500 is not going to be good enough to cut it when you have 4 more teams into the Big Ten. So you better get good now, because it's not going to get any easier. But they did get it tied up at halftime. So again, we'll have the post game for that one. This has been the Ahman Green Show. We're going to have the Don't Punt Hour after this one. So don't go anywhere. Plenty left ahead here on Ticket Weeknights.